Game Spitters. I'm your boy D, the host. It's the first day I'm starting this podcast off. Um, like to shout out my children, my children's mother, rest in peace. My mother, rest in peace, and my grandmother, rest in peace. Uh, yeah, this is a podcast that came up through some tough times, tough times, persevering through those tough times, and also keeping a good swagger and a good candor about oneself when going through tribulation. So, without further ado, this is Game Spitters. I'm hopefully, humbly saying that I hope that we can turn into a number one podcast. But we will give this test run and see what it do, what it don't do. So, getting off into the topic of discussion, it would be to start off with, are you happy with yourself? It's a good question to ask oneself and evaluating a proper assessment of oneself, not being biased. Because an assessment of one's character, one's output to the world, one's energy towards other entities and energies out there, that's a tough assessment and an honest assessment. You can't be biased in assessing yourself. When you're looking at a mirror, you see a reflection of you. All the things that you put out there into the world, that energy comes back. And the energy that comes back is for redirecting the energy that you have. It's channeling that energy to go into the proper place. Sometimes in our minds, we think certain things until we run into certain perspectives, not certain beliefs, certain perspectives. So, having those conversations, having those discussions, having those not debates, but just the banter back and forth, you come to understand the different opinions, the different ways of thinking, not necessarily the ways of feeling all the time, because feelings are just a momentary thing. This is the way I feel for the moment. But if it has substance to it, if it has logic to it, then logic beats feelings every time. So with logic, doing an assessment of yourself, it requires you to look at you and make a judgment on yourself before you can make a judgment on others. You have to do the work. The groundwork is what you have to do, the footwork. And a lot of us dread doing the footwork because we have to do what? Look in the mirror. With looking in the mirror, you have to be able to forgive others as well as you would forgive yourself at the end of the day. You can't beat yourself up over mistakes, but you have to minimize mistakes. No one's perfect, but if you minimize them, then you come out on a positive hierarchy side. That's what taking accountability is to society. When you take accountability, then you're able to advance to different levels, different realms, different areas, spaces, rooms, buildings, whatever you want to call them or refer to them as. But it takes a real individual to look in the mirror and be accountable for the things that they do in society, to society, and as a member of part of society. Those things matter all in the end because you can be a phony person for as long as you want to, but one day people will realize that you're a phony, that you're fake, you're not a real person of your word. Man, woman, or any other individual, male or woman. If you're not an honest individual, you won't go too far in life. People will see the type of individual that you are. So, are you happy with yourself doing the self assessment and coming to a conclusion either to better your outcome or better your life or stay the same? But it's insanity for one to think that you're going to get a different outcome doing the same thing. You might want to switch it up. You might want to switch it up. You might want to go, you know, in a different direction and change your thinking, change your heart, change your thinking, and change the way you perceive what you see. It's not easy, but it's not hard also. It's not hard. And you have to be able to tap into that other power that is in all of us as individuals. Excuse me. The other power that is in all of us as individuals. You have to tap into that power. You can be of the world and then with the creator also. So you have to tap into a different entity in order to to be in that realm. So with do you love yourself? In order to love other people or to love the world, so to speak, you have to love the creator first, and then he allows you and provides you with the the tools that you need to love yourself in order to love everyone else. If it's not that way in order, then most of the time it won't really work out. You'll face tribulations in different areas that you may not be equipped for. So, with the notion of that, one needs to ask the creator for changing oneself in a positive way. And once you get it, you shouldn't stray away from that path. That's your path to stay on.